Hive Skywars is the newest major update on the Hive network. However, with 5 different kits to choose from, it has left many people wondering what the best and the worst kits to use are. So let me run you through some information regarding what your Hive Skywars kit says about you. Interested? Let's get started.
Good morning, my little puggy piglets.
The Voidwalker kit is one of the more favoured kits out of the 5 kits presented to you. With this kit, you start off with an ender pearl, you gain an ender pearl per kill, and if you fall into the void, you get 1 more respawn. But what exactly does this kit say about you as a person? Or as a player, sorry. For starters, you're probably a massive fan of Turbo Piggy. Turbo Piggy is famously known for falling into the void. So you're probably a Turbo Piggy enthusiast and you watch all of his videos. That being said, you also probably don't trust yourself in taking fights on bridges, or you just prefer to play it safe. By this I mean running across a bridge. If you think you're going to get knocked off, then you always get that respawn, or you always guaranteed have that ender pearl. Especially if you find more, then you have even more ender pearls. So if you think you're an enderman, then Voidwalker is perfect for you. I'm so cracked. It's outrageous. The Baller is probably one of the least overpowered kits out of the 5. You start off with 8 snowballs, and every kill you get an extra 4 snowballs. That being said, if you already have 8 snowballs in your inventory, then you won't gain that extra 4. Because if you get 4 kills, then you have a stack of snowballs and it's pretty OP. But what exactly does this say about you as a player? Well, for starters, like the last kit, you love to play Treasure Wars. In Treasure Wars, you rush mid, you get emeralds, and you just buy snowballs. With that in mind, you're probably also a free shop enthusiast. In free shop, you throw more snowballs than times you actually swing your sword. So you probably don't like to PvP much, you probably just prefer to throw snowballs at people and mess about. You probably also like to MJ classic people off the island, you know, hitting them one at a time, one by one. This is definitely one of the more fun kits to use, but once again, it's not very overpowered. But for the most part, you enjoy using ranged weapons, you enjoy hitting trick shots, but there's not really much to say about this kit. The Builder kit, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst kits you can choose. However, for certain players, it's definitely more OP than the other kits. With this, you get a 1x bridge builder, which has 64 blocks. You get a hard hat golden helmet with protection 2, and you gain 4 cobblestone every 15 seconds, but it maxes out at 16. In my opinion, this kit is definitely catered to a certain audience. In the nicest way possible, this kit is probably more suited for mobile players. That's because you can't speed bridge on mobile as easy as you can on PC. However, if you're not a mobile player and you're still using this kit, with all the blocks you get, this is perfect for running away and spamming blocks. You know, before the update when you face a level 40 sweat and all they do is run away and spam blocks? Well, this kit is almost made perfectly for them. And if you're none of the above, then you probably just don't like taking fights, or you're trying to trap. With the constant respawn of cobblestone, it could be very good for trap making, and every 15 seconds you getting 4 means you can just run and spam blocks, and the 64 block bridge breaker helps you get away quite easily. The Panic kit is definitely up there with the Voidwalker as one of the more overpowered kits. With this, you start off with 3x spell shielding, and when you get down to 3 hearts, I believe, you get a temporary speed boost. But as I've been saying, what exactly does this say about you as a player? Well, for starters, you're probably not too confident in fights, or you can't click as fast as the average player. By this I mean, if you're in a fight and you know you're losing, you'll just pop a spell shielding. You also probably don't have too much confidence crossing bridges or ender pearl clutching. Every time you cross a bridge, you'll probably use this so you can't get hit off. It's also very useful for trapping as well, since the more someone hits you, the more knockback they take. But 9 times out of 10, if you're using this, you're not too confident in fights. You'd much rather use this shield at 5 hearts than see the fight out in the possibility you'll win. This is definitely one of the more safer kits. I got it! Last but not least, we have the Trapper kit. In this kit, you get a 1x golden shovel and 3x spell of invisibility. You also have a 1 in 6 chance to reflect damage back to your attacker. This kit has been said to be one of the more useless kits out of the 5, and by many people, actually the most useless kit. But what does this say about you as a player? Well, for starters, you're probably a massive fan of Evident, and if you don't know who Evident is, you're still a fan of him anyways. His whole content is revolved around trapping, so you probably watch him and want to replicate what he does. To be using this kit and to use it effectively, you have to have a pretty big brain. The invisibility doesn't work if you have armor on, so you have to know when to use it effectively. And the golden shovel mines decently slow and breaks, so you have to know when and where to use it. And if you're not a fan of Evident and you know who he is, then you most likely just like trapping, or you just want to mess around. I feel like this is definitely one of those filler kits. It's one of those ones for fun, but it's not going to have much use. But once again, if you enjoy trapping, as the name implies, this is the perfect kit for you.